But my main focus over the last month has just been actually getting back into YouTube. I've been really enjoying it. It's kind of like a nice like creative outlet for me, but going forward I'm going to have a little bit more structure behind the vlog style thing. So as of tomorrow I'm going to start a shortcut for my holiday, because, well, travels for summer base. I'm going away to Mallorca on, I think, the 20th of June. So that gives me like, I don't know, like 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks to lean down a little bit. Now, to be honest, I'm only about 1.5 kilos away from being pretty lean. I think I'm probably around 12% at the moment, but I can get down to 10% over the next few weeks pretty easily. But I want to do a content shoot before I leave here and get some good content. Obviously, it's always better when you're leaner. So basically, I'm going to document how I'm going to drop a couple of kilos. Should be really easy. It's going to be a case of controlling nutrition, pulling calories down about 10%, being a little bit stricter with my steps, making sure that I hit 12k every single day. Training is going to remain the same, 4 weight sessions and 2 to 3 runs a week. I won't be doing much speed work for the next couple of weeks, so it's just too hot here. But yeah, I'm probably going to do like 1 video per week documenting that and running over the progress and things like that, and I'm going to try and document it on Instagram as well. But yeah, that's the update. Day 1 of the diet, just woke up, just standing outside because it's just after 6 o'clock and my shirt is still flat out, but I'm gonna, alongside filming nutrition, training and stuff, I'll delve a lot into structure and routine, because it's something I'm massive on, obviously running my own business, and it helps so much in a dying phase. The more organised you can be, I don't really want to call it a dying phase, to be honest. It's a very, very small fat loss phase. It's not a diet. The more organised you can be with your structure routine, the easier it's going to be, simply. Like, for example, last night I sat down and put all my calories into my fitness pal for today, so I know exactly what I'm eating, don't even need to think about it, and I'll probably eat pretty similar things each day and then just change a few things when I get bored. But basically, pretty standard routine is up at between 6 and half 6 every day. Got up at 6 today. Coffee, toilet, weigh myself first thing. I think it was 79 point, well, it said 79.8 when I weighed myself. I had my iPhone in my hand, so I'm putting it down as 79.55. So that's day 1. To be honest, that's probably a little bit heavier than I am. We went on a staycation this weekend. I might insert some of the clips, so we'll definitely be holding on to a little bit of war weight from that. So I'm expecting myself to drop down into the 78s this week, but we'll just see. Starting calories 2,800. I can't remember the exact macros, but I will put a screenshot in. 12k steps a day, including running, which is not easy to hit. I'm definitely going to have to go out and do a couple of walks each day to hit that on days that I'm not running. And then I'm going to be continuing with my 4 strength sessions a week and 2 to 3 runs a week, probably 3 because I'm enjoying it. And that's what I'm going to do. And I know, based off me, I've tracked my body weight and calories for years now. I know I'm going to lean down pretty quickly off that. I reckon within 3 weeks I'll see some quite significant change there, and I'll probably bring my calories back up and just hold that condition. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a quick 20 to 30 minute walk now, and then start work just after 7 o'clock. That's what I do. And then I pretty much work I'll work from about 7 till 9, and then I'll have my first meal between 9 and half 9, which is oats and protein, and then work some more, go to the gym between 11 and half 11. That's what I do every day on my training days. And then we get in the sauna after that, do some work at the gym, get some food there, and then back for some calls this afternoon. So pretty standard Monday. So I've just done my first work block, just over an hour there. I was just responding to some messages on Instagram, LinkedIn, and just sorting out some client payments and stuff like that. I know this video is going to be about obviously diet and stuff like that, but I'll mention business stuff too. Something that I'm going to be doing next month, June, is hiring an admin assistant. So I'm going to be like removing all these kind of like small menial tasks that take up too much time, and basically give them to someone else to do, just to free up more of my own time, but also kind of like creative headspace as well, because a big focus of mine over the next few months is, I think I mentioned in the last video, is to grow this channel and put a lot more effort into content and longer form content specifically as well. And simply, if I have less tasks to do in the day, the more creative I am, the better content I can make for these platforms and also for our clients as well, for the educational stuff that we put out. But yeah, so first work block done, and just taking a little bit of a break now. I think I'm actually going to go down to, there's a Spinneys, which is a supermarket downstairs, buy some fruit, because that is in my diet today. But I wanted to run you over the current supplements that I'm taking. So I have like 5 or 6 supplements. So take 5 grams of creatine monohydrate every single day. I'm not going to bother showing you that. It's literally just Optimum Nutrition creatine monohydrate. I also take vitamin D. Obviously I do live in the sun, but I can't guarantee like a good amount of sunlight every single day, like not enough. So I supplement with that as well. Tonkat Ali, something that I have recently started taking, which is a natural testosterone booster. Yet to comment on this, but I feel good. I feel like my testosterone is higher, but to be honest, I think that is more as a result of me working on my stress and doing things like sauna. I've noticed, like libido pickup, I'm in a better mood, more driven, which are kind of key indicators that your testosterone is improving. So there's no point taking something like this until you've worked on the basics, which is your sleep, and controlling stress and stuff like that as well, like work stress, personal stress, and obviously stress through training as well. Take a probiotic by an American company called Seed, 2 of those a day. I can't really know whether that is working, but it's something that I'm willing to invest in, because the science kind of shows that it does benefit as well. And I also take magnesium, one sec, I think it is magnesium citrate before I sleep, because it helps sleep quality as well. And those are the only supplements I take, along with an electrolyte formula, Humantra. So it's a decent stack. I didn't used to take many supplements whatsoever, but I've started to just invest a little bit more into that, because as I say, the science is there to prove that it does help, and I'm willing to really kind of do whatever it takes to get the health to the next level. So I'm going to go down to the supermarket, pick up a few steps, just moving around more, obviously going, cut me off there. But obviously when you're trying to lose body fat, maintaining a high step count is key. So I prefer to go on, a couple of shorter walks, and then just move, a few times throughout the day, go in the shops and stuff like that, walk into the car. I'll be able to hit 12k steps fairly easily. It's gonna be much easier to hit my step count when I'm back in the UK and when I go to Marbella, just because I'm not gonna be driving. Like, you just don't walk much in Dubai unless you make a conscious effort to do it. So I've always found when I go back to Newcastle, I hit like 12 to 15k steps a day without even trying over there, because I'm walking to the gym and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll pick up in a bit. Morning work block done, first meal consumed. I'm not gonna go, this video is gonna be like a full week rather than just one day, so obviously I'm not gonna go into each meal, and to be perfectly honest, I just forgot to film when I was eating my oats, but my oats have featured on this channel multiple times before, so it's not too interesting. But basically I had my oats that totaled about 800 calories, and then about an hour later I had some watermelon, just trying to push that high carb intake to fuel my training. Just went to get a trim, and then I'm going to head to WellFit now. The reason I like going to WellFit is because obviously I train, they've got a good sauna. Believe it or not many of the gyms in Dubai have saunas, which sucks, and they're often broken if they do have them. So I'm going to go in the sauna as well. Then I'm going to get my food straight after, same meal every single day when I train there. Eggs on toast with some veg,
and then I'm going to work there for a couple of hours. Then I have 3 calls this evening if the people turn up. So that's the plan, and that'll be the first day of the diet done. I've actually increased my calories to 3,000 just because I was looking at some data of how many calories I've consumed over the last couple of months since I've been reverse dieting, and essentially you should be able to drop some weight pretty quickly off 3,000 with 12k steps rather than bringing it down to 2,800, because essentially you want to be able to eat as much as you can within reason and still drop weight, and I'm not in any rush like to get shredded, and I'm only 1.5 kilos off where I want to be, which is a few weeks of a small deficit, and I should hit that pretty easily. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get some progress photos tomorrow of my like starting point, but yeah, essentially it's just gonna be a nice short little tighten up for holiday. Day 2 of the summer tidy up shred. You will have seen a clip of my lunch from just before in the previous clip. I have that every single day when I'm training at WellFit, which is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. If I could give you one tip for getting in shape and staying in shape, try and keep your diet fairly consistent. That doesn't mean eat exactly the same things each day, but at least have some structure around what you're eating. For me, my breakfast and my lunch are pretty much the same every single day, and then I like to vary dinner, and I'll vary the snacks that I have in between, and I'll usually have like a proper meal out, like a steak or something like that on the weekend. So I absolutely love my diet at the moment. I'm in a really, really good place, and to be honest, the only real change going from like a maintenance phase where I'm a little bit looser with tracking to a fat loss phase like I'm doing right now is basically just tracking absolutely everything, like all liquids, all oils, obviously pulling down calories a little bit, so just altering the portion size of my meals to accommodate for that, and then doing the other little bits of kind of like extra work that you would sometimes overlook when you're in maintenance or in a gaining phase. So step count, being very rigid with hitting 12k steps a day every single day now, even on days where I'm not running. Like obviously it's easy to hit 12k steps when you're running, but on those other days it can be a little bit of a challenge, especially in Dubai where we drive everywhere. But yeah, that's an update from day 2. Weight actually went up a little bit today by I think 0.3 kg, but I think I'm still holding on to a lot of water weight from the weekend. To be honest, I probably had like 7,000, 8,000 calories over Friday and Saturday, just with a few drinks and meals and stuff. So it's always going to take you, potentially 3 to 4 days, maybe even a little bit longer for that water weight to wash off. And then I reckon tomorrow I'll probably have a new kind of, well, a lowest weigh in this week. If not, then definitely Thursday, because it's it's only a matter of time when you are pulling down calories a little bit. And I think, to be honest, I was consuming on average about 3,400, 3,500 for the last month or so. So a 500 calorie deficit is quite a lot, and my activity is still high. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the gaff now. I've got 2 check-ins to do, and then I have 3 consultation calls tonight, which obviously I'm looking forward to, but they're always quite draining. So it's gonna be a heavy evening, and then I'll probably wake up at 6:30 tomorrow morning, give myself a good sleep, and then I'm going to row at 7 gym tomorrow with James, my mate. I usually run on Wednesday, but I'm giving my legs a little bit of a break for the first half of this week, and I'll run twice this week on Friday and Sunday, because it's just not that enjoyable with the weather at the moment. Like, I'm going to keep up 3 a week with the exception of this week until I go home, and then I'm probably going to ramp it up to 4 because I enjoy it and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, going to go home now. It is hot as shit, so Thursday morning, just a bit of an update on the cut. So calories pretty much on point. I went a little bit over on Tuesday unintentionally, so I pulled calories down a little bit yesterday, but we're averaging at 3,000 so far this week. Had a spike in body weight yesterday up to 80. I think I was just holding on to a lot of fatigue from my leg session because I absolutely smashed it, and quite often you can sometimes see body weight go up a little bit, obviously after a big weekend from holding on to water weight from plenty of meals out, but it dropped back down to 79.6 today. And to be honest, I did a 30-minute row yesterday, which fucked me up. So I think I'm probably holding on to a lot of fatigue from that as well. So I'm expecting scale weight to drop tomorrow, probably down to mid to low 79s. And obviously I've only increased my step count over the last 4 days, and it will take a little bit of time for that to have an effect. So I think by the end of this week, next week, could potentially see myself in the 78s, and that's when I start to look pretty good. And then I want to get myself down to low 78s and maybe even to the 77s, but in a much more sustainable way than last time, by just maintaining a good step count, running 3 times a week. Should be totally fine, but obviously at this stage hunger is totally fine, and 3,000 calories is still a lot of food, so it's all going well, and I'm just excited. I just feel fucking confident when I'm in the 77s, just looking really good. I'm lean at the moment, I'm in good shape, but I want to be shredded for summer. Just good opportunities to get really good content when we're in Marbella, so that's the plan. I've just been on a morning walk. If I don't do a morning walk, then it becomes very hard to hit that 12k steps a day. So just done some work in the mall and walking back to the flat now. Gonna have my first meal, which is an hour and a half later than usual, just because I wasn't hungry when I woke up, so there's no point eating if you're not hungry. Then I'm gonna go train upper body, tan for half an hour just to keep this tan up that I got on the weekend, and then I've got calls this afternoon, and just bits and bobs to tidy up. So just off to the gym now, walked down to the car park, and the first 3 cars that I see, we've got a G-Wagon, we've got a Brabus, fucking Merc AMG thing over there, a Rolls Royce, and there's a Porsche over there, and another one over there. It's fucking levels. You can't not be motivated when you're around this.
What are you doing?
Picking up random girls.
Hey.
Right guys, Friday night, and I'm gonna round off this vlog here. This will be the first week of my summer shred diet. It's probably gonna be 5 weeks, and I'm expecting to come in pretty lean just off doing this a fair few times. So to summarize this week, weight has actually basically stayed the same, but I'm really not bothered. As I say, I know what happens. I've worked with hundreds of clients doing fat loss phases. The most important thing is visual progress and doing the basics consistently. And I took a photo on Monday and I took a photo today, and I've slimmed down quite a lot, dropped quite a lot of water weight. So what I'm expecting to see over the next couple of days, Saturday, Sunday and Monday, is probably a drop down of about half a kilo. And I might see myself go, well, I probably will see myself go to the low 79s, potentially into the 78s. When you rack up and accumulate a lot of training volume over the course of the week, obviously it's Friday now, I've trained every day this week, and I did a run this morning as well. So you literally will hold on to a lot of stress and fatigue, and that will be reflected in your body weight. I always have a full rest day on Saturday apart from doing my steps, so I'll probably see a low weigh-in on Sunday. This is the first week where I've tracked my body weight every single day for the first time in about 2 months. I just took a little bit of a break from it, more from a mental side of things after I did my last fat loss phase, just because I got absolutely peeled from about Christmas until February. Got the leanest I've ever been. I'm not going to say in an unsustainable way. I was just doing a lot of activity and I was very food focused. So I wanted to take a little bit of time off, weigh myself and stuff like that. But I'm back on it now and I'm enjoying it. And just to round off a little bit of summary of the business this week, I had a really, really good week. I think we welcomed 4 clients and potentially 6. I've got a couple of people coming back to me with decisions tomorrow, but that's great. And I have onboarded our new coach, Peter, who is now going to be working with a couple of our clients from next week. So big wins, and I'm just planning the rest of the summer now. As I mentioned before in the video, I'm really going to push the channel. Got good feedback off the last vlog that I put up. Picked up quite a few new subscribers. So when you see that something's working well with the algorithm, obviously it shows you that current subscribers are liking what you're putting out, and obviously what we are putting out is appealing to new people as well, hence why they've subscribed. So I'm just going to replicate what I've been doing and try and scale it. And the last video I put up was just a very, very basic raw vlog with a running photo on the thumbnail. So I'm just going to do that again. This vlog's about twice as long though, a lot more detailed. And then the next video I put up will probably be an educational style video that we give to our clients, just to give people a bit of an insight into our program. And then obviously at the end of next week, I'll upload week 2, but I'm enjoying it. Just got to stay consistent as always, but that's my superpower, being consistent. So yeah, gonna clock off now.